Director James Gunn is not a fan of comic book films having messy third acts with a bunch of pointless action and messy CG. This is going to be one of those videos, huh? Let's get to it. So this comes at us directly from James Gunn. I saw it first reported over on Variety, and they talk about the fact that James Gunn has recently been talking up the changes in comic book movies, the direction they've gone in, and all that. And during the conversation, they talk about all recently released films and TV shows. And he specifically wants to talk a little bit about how lazy they're all getting and how much they rely on a third act that's overly stuffed with action, bad CG, and goes over the top while ignoring the characters, what makes these characters special, their place and time in the script, and delivering the heart that the movie calls for. Now, if I didn't know any better, isn't this literally what The Flash is? Like, the third act is complete nonsense? Like, all of it, none of it matters. It literally ends with none of the film just about mattering, because everything's changed. The CG is some of the worst in a giant blockbuster in years. I mean, it's like up there with Green Lantern and how bad the CG is. So he doesn't outright call it out by name, but he's the one that was praising The Flash as the greatest comic book film of all time. And now here he is talking about how literally all the faults many critics and people watching the film have with the film, but he's not pointing out that The Flash did this. And I get it, you know, he's got to defend DC now. It's the corporate thing. He's not going to sit out there and take a dump on it, but I find it very hypocritical here that he's doing this. Like, really? And he's talking about how it's got to have the story at the heart, and the special effects should never be more important than the actual character, and that it's not about glorified this and that and cameos. It's like, but that's literally The Flash. Like, that's literally it, Gunn. Come on, man. Like, it's kind of disappointing. Don't get me wrong. I'm not agreeing with what he's saying. I'm still a huge fan of his. I get what he's doing. He's got to do it. But this is one of those things where you just look at it and you go, well, that was very badly timed. Very, very badly timed, especially with the entire world's reception on The Flash.